everyone, thank you for coming back to my channel. In this video, I'll show you how to crochet this viral teddy glasses holder. If you don't know me, hi, my name is Lala. I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe to my channel and like this video so I can continue grow my channel and upload a new crochet tutorial every week. Grab your yarn and let's get started. We're going to start by making a slip knot, and if you're not sure how to make a slip knot, don't worry about it. I made a very slow and very detailed tutorial showing 3 different ways so you can pick your favorite. After we made a slip knot, we're going to chain 13. This is how our foundation chain will look when we've finished chaining 13. Next, we're going to work on the back bumps only. If you turn your foundation chain a little bit, you see we have little bumps on the back of the chains. So working into the back bumps, we're going to skip the first chain from the hook and work 3 single crochets into that bump here. Into the same back bump, 2 more single crochets. I recommend using a stitch marker to mark this first chain we just increased into, which is this one. Next, we're going to single crochet 10, again into the back bumps only. And 10. Then into the last chain we're going to increase. So 1 and into the same hole that we just single crocheted into, another single crochet. Next, we're going to turn our work and work on this side of the foundation chain here, where we can see the chains. Then we're going to work 3 single crochets into the other side of the last chain. And 3 into the same spot. Next, we're going to single crochet into the next 10 chains. If they're a little tight, use your fingers and your hand to insert the hook. And 10. Into that last chain that we marked with a stitch marker, take it out. We're going to work an increase. 2 single crochets into that last chain. 1 and 2. Whoop. And this completes our first round. To join the round, we're going to slip stitch into the first stitch that we did and chain 1 to join the round. At the end of the first round, you're supposed to have 30 stitches around. Don't forget, we're not counting this slip stitch and this chain 1 as stitches in the round. Next, we're going to work round 2, and we're going to start by working 3 increases in the next 3 stitches. So first increase, 2 single crochets in 1 stitch, move to the next stitch and work an increase, 1 and 2. Again in the third stitch, 1 and 2 stitches in 1 stitch, work 10 single crochets in the next 10 stitches, After 10 single crochets, we're going to work 5 increases in the next 5 stitches. Work an increase, 1 and 2. Move to the next stitch and work another increase. And repeat that for the next 3 stitches. Next, we're going to work 10 single crochets in the next 10 stitches. After we made 10 single crochets, we have 2 stitches left. We're going to increase into the last 2 stitches. At the end of this round, you're supposed to have 40 stitches around. We're going to slip stitch into the first single crochet of the round, skip the slip stitch and the chain 1, and chain 1. To start round 3, we're going to first single crochet into the first stitch of the round, the one that we just slip stitched into, move to the next stitch and work an increase. Repeat this for 2 more times. 1 single crochet, then an increase, move to the next stitch, 1 single crochet, and an increase in the next one. Next single crochet in the next 10 stitches. After you've done 10 single crochets, you're going to single crochet 1, move to the next stitch and work an increase, And repeat this step for 4 more times. 1 single crochet followed by an increase, 1 single crochet followed by an increase, third time, single crochet followed by an increase, and one last time, 1 single crochet followed by an increase. Next, we're going to single crochet in the next 10 stitches. When you have 4 stitches left at the end of the round, you are going to single crochet 1 and work an increase in the next one, and repeat that in the last 2 stitches. 1 single crochet and an increase in the last stitch of round 3. At the end of round 3, you're supposed to end up with 50 stitches. Close the round with a slip stitch into the first single crochet of the round and chain 1. To start round 4, we're going to work an increase in the first stitch, 1 and another one into the same stitch, work 2 single crochets in the next 2 stitches, and repeat this step for 2 more times. Increase followed by 2 single crochets, 1, 2, and 1 more time. Increase in the next stitch and single crochet in the next 2 stitches. Next, we're going to work 10 single crochets in the next 10 stitches. After you've done 10 single crochets, you're going to increase in the next stitch, and work 2 single crochets in the next 2 stitches. And repeat this step for 4 more times. Increase and 2 single crochets. Increase and 2 single crochets. One last time. Increase and 2 single crochets. Next, work 10 single crochets in the next 10 stitches. After you crochet 10 single crochets, we're going to increase in the 11th stitch, 1 and 2, and work 2 more single crochets in the next 2 stitches. Repeat that for the last 3 stitches. Work an increase and single crochet into the last 2 stitches, 1 and 2. This is how round 4 is supposed to look like. At the end of round 4, you're supposed to end up with 60 stitches. Let's slip stitch into the first single crochet of the round and chain 1 to join the round. To start round 5, we're going to single crochet in the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, and 3. Then in the next stitch we're going to work an increase. So 1 single crochet into 1 stitch and another one into the same stitch. I'm going to repeat that 2 more times. 1, 2, and 3 single crochets in the next 3 stitches, then an increase. 1 more time. 1, 2, 3 single crochets, then work an increase in the next stitch. Work 10 single crochets in the next 10 stitches. After you've done 10 single crochets, you're going to single crochet 3, 1, 2, and 3, then work an increase, 1 and 2. Let's repeat this pattern 4 more times. 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets, 3 single crochets, and an increase. And one last time, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets, 3 single crochets, followed by an increase. Next we're going to single crochet 10 in the next 10 stitches. Next we're going to work 3 single crochets, followed by an increase, and repeat this pattern one last time. 3 single crochets in the next 3 stitches, and we're going to work an increase in the last stitch of the round. Slip stitch into the first single crochet of the round and chain 1 to join the round. At the end of round 5, you're supposed to end up with 70 stitches. At this point, you're going to check that your glasses fit inside the panel. Then we're going to single crochet around. Then for round 6, we're going to simply single crochet around. Place 1 single crochet in each stitch of the previous round. Let's finish round 6 by slip stitching into the first single crochet of the round, and then chain 1. Next, we're going to repeat round 6 until we reach round 9. Simply single crochet around until you reach the end of the row, and then slip stitch into the first single crochet of the row and chain 1. I'll work my rows off camera and I'll see you back again at the end of round 9. When we got to the end of round 9, this is how our plate's supposed to look. We're going to, as usual, slip stitch into the first single crochet of the round and chain 1. Then we're going to grab our scissors and cut off the yarn. Tighten up the stitch. Grab a darning needle and weave in the tail on the back of the plate. You can now also cut off the slipknot tail. Next, grab your pair of 10mm safety eyes. We're going to identify those two increasing points of the first row. You see this cluster here, we're going to count 1 stitch away and insert the safety eyes. And the other one, again, count 1 stitch away from the cluster and insert the safety eye. Next, you're going to grab 4 stitch markers. First, mark the 68th stitch. This is the 71, 69, 68. Next, mark stitch number 62. Mark stitch number 52. And lastly, stitch number 46. And next we're going to make the ears. Grab your yarn and make a magic ring. If you're not sure of how to make a magic ring, don't worry about it. I have a detailed and slow tutorial. I'll link it up on screen right now. Then we're going to single crochet 3 into the ring. So insert your hook into the hole, yarn over, into the ring. When you have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over into both loops. And this is our first single crochet in the magic ring. Work 2 more single crochets into the magic ring. Then close the ring. Pull this strand here. Turn your work. Work and increase into the first stitch of the row. 1 and 2. And work and increase in the other 2 stitches as well. Next, for round 3, turn your work. Work 1 single crochet in the first single crochet of the round. Move to the next stitch and work and increase. And repeat this step until the end of the row. 1 single crochet followed by an increase. And again 1 single crochet followed by an increase. For the last round, you're going to turn your work. Start with 1 single crochet, move to the next stitch and work another single crochet, and in the next stitch you're going to work an increase. Repeat this step until the end of the row, then you'll have 12 single crochets in the row. Next you're going to chain 1 and cut off the yarn, leave a long tail for sewing. Pull the hook away from the work and tighten the stitch up. Repeat part 2 one more time to have 2 ears. Next we're going to grab the white yarn and work a magic ring again. And then we're going to work 10 single crochets into the ring. So just like we did before with the ears, only now we work 10 single crochets and not 3. And 10. When you have 10 single crochets into the ring, you're going to pull the strand here to close the magic ring. Then we're going to slip stitch into the first single crochet of the round, even if it's a little bit tight, and then chain 1 to join the round. Next, work a round of single crochet in a round, 1 single crochet in each stitch, 10 stitches in total. Then we're going to slip stitch into the first single crochet of the round and chain 1. For round 3, we're going to repeat round 2, single crochet in a round until we reach the end of the round. Then slip stitch and chain 1 into the first single crochet of the round. Then you're going to cut off the yarn, pull away the hook and tighten the stitch up. Next we're going to grab some black yarn, insert it into a darning needle, and then you see the center of the magic ring. We're going to sew a line right above that center spot. Insert your darning needle into the corresponding spot on the other side of the magic ring. And repeat this line a few more times. When you're done, you're going to cut the black yarn, then tie both black ends together. Double tie to make it extra secure. And cut off the ends. Next, we're going to assemble all parts, so grab your darning needle. First, we're going to sew the ears right between the stitch markers that we put. And insert it where the first stitch marker is. Now you can take out the stitch marker, won't bother us, and insert it into the last row. Next, you're going to insert the darning needle into row number 3 and into the next stitch. Into row number 2 and into the stitch. Into row 1 and into the stitch. Into row number 2 and into the stitch. 2 last stitches, row number 3, into the stitch, take out the stitch marker, and into row 4 and into the stitch. And here's our cute ear attached. Take out the darning needle and do the exact same thing with the other ear from this stitch to this stitch. When we got our 2 cute ears attached, now we can secure them. So flip your work and pass the tail that you used to sew the ear all the way back to the tail of the magic ring. Then simply tie the 2 strands together, 1 and 2, then weave in the tails. And do the same for the tails of the other ear. Next, we're going to sew the nose right between the eyes and the ears. So grab your darning needle, place the nose where you want it to be, and simply use the tails to sew it to the panel. When you like the position of the nose, work our way back to the other tail. Then tie the 2 strands together and weaving the tails inside the nose. And our teddy glasses holder is ready. Thank you so much for crocheting this teddy glasses holder with me. I hope you liked the tutorial. If you find this tutorial useful, please give it a thumbs up, comment and share it, and of course subscribe to my channel so I can keep upload a new crochet tutorial or a crochet adventure every week. I'll see you next week. Bye!